In this video, I want to give my top 5 practical take-home points from the excellent book Breath by James Nestor. Hello and welcome to the Vocal Pro Health Hub, the destination for singers and other vocal professionals looking for top-notch health advice to maximize their vocal performance and longevity. So in this video, I want to offer my top 5 practical take-home points from the excellent book Breath by James Nestor. Now, I'm not waving the book around in my hand because I only have it on my Kindle, but I promise I did buy it. And I want to offer my top 5 points that I've taken from the book that I think are most valuable for singers and other professional voice users. So for those of you not familiar with the book, it is a complex and deep dive into the fascinating and complex world of breathing. The book navigates through science, anthropology, history, and really fascinating personal experience of the author himself in order to outline the fundamental importance of breath on overall health and well-being. I was attracted to this book because I've been using a lot of breath work on my back pain patients. And if I'm honest, I've been quite amazed at the significant results even relatively small and simple changes to breathing mechanics can have on musculoskeletal conditions. I also had my attention brought to the reality that a lot of what we could call traditional or ancient musculoskeletal practices, things like yoga, meditation, martial arts, they all seem to not just have an interest in breath, but they have quite a heavy focus on it. And after thinking about it for some time, I do feel that our loss of interest in the breath in modern musculoskeletal practice may be a significant missed opportunity. In my experience working with singers and other voice professionals, I do notice that quite a high proportion of vocal professionals also experience breathing dysfunction that is both clinically measurable and significant. After working with patients like this for a number of years now, it seems to me quite a significant missed opportunity that a lot of vocal professionals seem to almost skip over looking at their breath, which one would think is core or fundamental to their professional practice. So as part of my quest to bring this information to as many people as possible, I want to offer my top 5 practical takeaway points from the book, and I'd invite you to consider utilizing them or at least exploring them further to see if they help you as much as they did me and some of my patients. So, firstly, and perhaps most importantly, nasal breathing. The book strongly emphasized the importance of nasal breathing over mouth breathing. Nasal breathing ensures that the air is properly filtered, humidified, and conditioned before it reaches the lungs. It prevents various issues related to mouth breathing, such as dry mouth, reduced oxygen uptake, and dental problems. The book strongly encourages readers to consciously breathe through their noses during the daytime and particularly during the nighttime to reap the benefits of optimal breathing. Now, this one might seem unbelievably simple, and often people do initially dismiss it, and I'll admit, I was one of those people. However, when you read some of the research this advice is based on, it's quite simply mind-blowing to read how significant making this change can be. And in fact, it might actually be one of the best bang for your buck behaviors that can significantly increase your health. So how do you achieve this? During the day, simply try and consciously breathe through your nose as much as possible and through your mouth as little as possible. And the tricky part, at night, there are various techniques you can use. For me personally, I found mouth taping to be particularly valuable. Yes, my wife laughs at me and makes fun of me, but I found it to be really valuable in increasing my nasal breathing during my sleeping hours. The second practical piece of take-home advice is breathing retraining, techniques that help people transition from shallow, inefficient breathing to deeper, more diaphragmatic breathing. Now, the key method of doing this, highlighted in the book, is the Buteyko method, which involves breath-holding exercises that focus on reducing the volume of breaths taken. Now, there are fantastic descriptions of this method online, so I'll let more advanced practitioners talk you through that. But I would encourage you to consider looking into it. Once again, in terms of bang for your buck health behaviors, breathing retraining through this method may be up there as one of the most valuable. The third takeaway point mindful breathing. The book explores the power of mindfulness in enhancing our breathing habits. By being aware of our breath and taking conscious breaths throughout the day, we can promote relaxation, reduce stress, and enhance our connection with the present moment. Now, this is obviously at the core of the practice of mindfulness meditation, and I do go into detail in this in my Mindfulness for Back Pain Sufferers videos. Now, in the book, Nestor does introduce various techniques for mindful breathing. He particularly highlights the 4-7-8 breath, where you inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, and then exhale for 8 counts, which is a simple yet effective method for calming the nervous system. So you can start with that and expand from there. Point number 4, somewhat related to point number 1, sleep and breathing. Nestor addresses the impact of breathing on sleep quality and goes into quite significant detail. The book recommends focusing on nasal breathing during sleep to improve oxygen intake and reduce the risk of sleep apnea. The tips offered in the book to increase or enhance this are the use of mouth taping, nasal strips, and saline sprays before you go to bed if necessary. And in my opinion, one of the most important takeaways is the relationship between sleep and breath and its fundamental importance to overall health. The final takeaway practical point from this book is breathwork exercises. The book introduces the readers to a variety of breathwork exercise inspired mainly by traditional practices from around the world. Of the breathwork exercises offered in the book, the one I've had a little bit of success with is pranayama breathing, which is a yogic technique that involves breath control and emphasizes the potential for enhancing lung capacity, reducing stress, and increasing relaxation. However, the book is not dogmatic in this regard at all, and in fact, it encourages readers to explore different breathwork exercises and find the ones that resonate with them for incorporating into their daily routines. So I would invite you to consider taking this advice and looking up various different breathwork exercises and see which one might resonate with you. Pursed lip breathing, belly breathing, hummingbee breath, deep breathing, alternate nostril breathing. There are many different valuable options out there. Maybe give them a go, see which one might work for you personally. I've used some of this practical advice with my patients to allow them to take control of their breathing habits and make positive changes that can have a surprisingly profound effect on their health and well-being. For many vocal professionals, this overall health benefit is also likely to extend into their professional domain. I hope you found that information useful. Remember, your body is your instrument. Why not treat it like a Stradivarius? If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the Vocal Pro Health Hub for future videos and more valuable content. If you have any questions or perhaps suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. I'm here to support you on your journey to vocal excellence and longevity. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.